MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the PBC pay-per-view on Prime, featured attraction of the evening, brought to you by MP Promotions, along with TGB Promotions, and sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. And also brought to you by Universal Pictures, Nobody 2, only in theaters August 15th. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC President Mauricio Suleiman, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The chairman is Dallas Hahn, Executive Director Jeff Mullen. Our three judges scoring the bout from ringside: from Nevada, Tim Cheatham; from New York, Max DeLuca; and from New Jersey, Steve Weisfeld. And introducing our third man to the ring, the referee will be giving instructions. After the introductions, we have Thomas Taylor. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us, a blue corner, trained by Hall of Fame trainer Freddie Roach. Entering the ring wearing black trunks with orange trim, the distinguished former senator hailing from and representing the Sarangani province in the Philippines. He weighed in at 146.8 pounds, recently inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame, and having defeated 8 current Hall of Famers, he turned to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome boxing's pride of the Philippines, truly one of the all-time greats of the sport. Here is the renowned 12-time 8-division champion of the world, introducing the one and only tutelage of renowned trainer Bob Santos, wearing blue trunks with cheetah print, hailing from and representing his beautiful hometown of San Antonio, Texas. He weighed in at 146.2 pounds. With a record of 29 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw, he has 18 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Having captured a world title at 140 and 147 pounds, Mario Barrios. Once again, here's our...
Okay, gentlemen, everything on the orange up is going to be good. Bottom of the white letters up is good. You got my instructions in the back, gentlemen. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner, gentlemen.
Sometimes words aren't necessary. The crowd will tell you what this moment is all about as they await the first bell for Manny Pacquiao's return against Mario Barrios. Old Manny Pacquiao, and the difference is huge.
Well, either way, this crowd has received Pac-Man's return in a big way, as you'd expect. You wonder what effect that will have on the judges, because anytime Pacquiao comes close to landing, you'll hear from the strong crowd in this arena.
And you even heard me as well when he landed that left hand. Landed on the arms of Barrios, but yeah, I said woo. Because yes, these first 2-3 rounds, we're going to see if the timing is still there for Pacquiao.
That was
the speed.
That was the one thing that was missing when I went to his public workout. It was the timing. That seemed to be off. I spoke to Freddie Roach about it. He says, look, the legs are still there, and tonight it's about a great left hand for Manny against a great right hand from Barrios. There's that left for Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, so far it's been the left from Manny Pacquiao. No punches thrown yet from Barrios.
Barrios still feeling out Manny. But you have to believe this will be as quick and resourceful as Manny will be all night. And so far, he looks good, jabbing to the body consistently.
Yeah, you know that Barrios does not want to make a mistake against the experienced Manny Pacquiao that's been in there against the greats of the greats. So being cautious in this first round.
Guys, Mario Barrios made no bones about it. He says the longer the fight goes on, the more it favors me. And we know that Pacquiao needs to have this kind of quick start.
Pacquiao split the guard during that sequence. That left hand speed is still there.
But there's a right hand of Mario Barrios trying to establish some respect from the Pac-Man.
The first right hand that Mario Barrios threw, and it landed flush on Pacquiao, and it seemed like it didn't hurt him, but definitely got him off balance.
Barrios trying to establish the jab.
And it almost seems like he wants Pacquiao to get some sense of confidence for him to come in.
And do something like that. Open up and then land a quick, sharp uppercut. There's that left from Manny Pacquiao. He's got to stay active with it, though.
And Manny's got to be able to move his feet consistently, something he couldn't do in the Ugas fight the last time we saw him back in 2021.
It's a nice jab from Manny Pacquiao, despite the 4-inch disparity. But it's the quickness that makes Manny Pacquiao dangerous. And look, against Ugas, he told members of his team, I could see the shots, I couldn't get there. Tonight, he's getting there.
Definitely is. Barrios not much punches thrown in this round, but the punches that he did throw were effective.
In 29 victories. You see Barrios now coming out to meet Manny Pacquiao in the center of the ring. Wants to establish the fact that he's the champion. Will this be the round after a feeling out round? He starts off with a good jab.
He has to take the lead, meaning Barrios, with the output to control the terms of this fight. And really, as he said all week, make Manny look and feel like the older fighter.
Yeah. Again, it felt like the first round was definitely a study round for Barrios. He saw what he needed to see. He landed the right hand. Pacquiao comes in forward, opens up. So now it's Barrios trying to get the jab going. But again, Pacquiao, you see the old Pacquiao coming in with the flurry, stepping back and getting back on that jab.
That was a quick 1-2 from Pacquiao. What was not quick was his exit. You see the feet get tangled there. As Thomas Taylor, the third man in the ring, immediately sees that it was the feet getting tangled. It'll happen to Abner when a southpaw and an orthodox fighter step in the ring together.
It happens all the time, but even in knockouts, sometimes when you go down, even if it was no punching, you kind of get a little bit distracted. Speed of Barrios, but no, he's getting back on that jab.
Pacquiao has the chance to achieve many different historic feats tonight. One of them is becoming the first boxer in history to hold a world title in 4 different decades. Incredible to think about.
And the fact that he would be the first ever inducted International Boxing Hall of Famer to not only come back, but to also be crowned a world champion. But to do that, there's a lot that yet needs to be done.
That was a nice jab and followed by a body shot early as well from Barrios. He definitely needs to work the body against the older 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao. Break him down.
That's it. That was a very ill-intentioned counter right that Barrios wanted to punish Pacquiao with. That's a nice left, and then a jab counter from Barrios. So there's an answer from Barrios now in the second round.
There's an answer from Barrios, the right hand, but Pacquiao's landing some shots too, and then let's not forget, guys, Manny Pacquiao still possesses that power, the old man power people talked about in the sparring sessions, that he was hurting people.
And once again, he's in against a bigger fighter. Barrios' team said they wanted him to come in at around 168 pounds on fight night. Pacquiao nowhere near there.
Remember, Barrios hasn't been on the fight at this level exactly, but he's been on the pay-per-view level twice in losses to Gervonta Davis and Keith Thurman, and he talked so much this week about what he learned from those in terms of maturity, education, patience.
Pacquiao was patient and right, which is not his MO. He's a big left-hand guy, but you know, early on he was seen as a one-handed puncher. Good round for Manny Barrios here. Listen into offensively is there. What's not really there is the exit strategy for Manny Pacquiao.
Got hit with that right hand.
Yep. Now it's Barrios starting off with the jab, using his height advantage and reach advantage. 6.5 inches taller, 4 inches longer on that reach.
Bob Santos is such a key to the confidence and execution of Mario Barrios. And remember, that was Barrios' original trainer when he turned pro in 2013. They went 16-0 together, they parted ways, and since they've returned in 2023, you've seen a more confident Barrios that's 3-0-1 overall, including winning a world title.
Oh, really? He has grown with Bob Santos these last couple of fights, and again, he's fighting a legend tonight. Does not want to make any mistakes, and Bob Santos knows. He's being really alert, really cautious, speaking of Barrios.
Manny looked like he was motioning to Barrios, telling him to raise the punches after a couple were on that belt line.
Barrios says, hey, you're not the referee. That guy's got to tell me what to do.
Well, that's a key part of it. We're going to wait for this turning point where Barrios stops respecting Pacquiao. That could either be the point that begins his undoing if he gets caught, or that downhill ride as the younger man with the younger legs.
And when you come to that word respect, these both warriors have been touching up gloves at the beginning of each round as a sign of respect. But Barrios said, I have to lose that respect. And his trainer, Bob Santos, said, look, at the end of the day, I need my guy to have a killer instinct. Because you ask guys like Oscar De La Hoya, Antonio Margarito, Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera, what happens when you don't match this guy's killer instinct? It doesn't end well.
It does not. And that was a response from Barrios. Good body shot. That was good body shots.
And here you see Thomas Taylor saying, you may be Manny Pacquiao, but I established the belt line early on before the fight started. He's very particular about that. And you love that out of a referee of Thomas Taylor's pedigree.
Yeah, and for me, guys, I don't think it's much so the respect that Barrios is showing for Pacquiao right now. I think it's just like he's trying to figure him out. He's got the jab going, okay, he's trying to land the body shot. He's landed a couple of them, but at the same time, he does not want to make mistakes.
There's a nice leaping left there from Manny Pacquiao. There's that jab, though he can't get away from the jab of Mario Barrios. He's just too slow on the defensive end tonight.
He knows that sooner or later, Pacquiao's going to fade. So he believes and hopes.
Barrios has a 4-inch reach advantage, but he's 6.5-inch height advantage as the tallest opponent at 6 foot even that Manny has yet to face.
The right uppercut, now a left uppercut from Mario Barrios. Getting more confident. And that means that Manny Pacquiao will start to open up and get caught by shots like that right. Time, if anyone can make history once again, it's the man in the black trunks with the orange trim. The man you know by just one name. That's how you know an athlete has made it. If you're Pelé, if you're Maradona, if you're Cristiano, well, if you hear the name Manny or Pacquiao, you're not thinking Manny Machado.
This is a people's champ right here. Everyone loves Manny. He's a great
hold
person.
on here.
One of those stiff jabs there from Barrios. It looked like it snapped the head of Pacquiao back during that sequence.
Yeah, he kind of shook him up a little bit. But then he didn't follow up.
I mean, we're seeing in pockets the limitations, the age of Manny Pacquiao. As long as his balance and his stamina can hold form, he's still a threat in this fight. But when one of those goes, it could really turn quickly.
And that jab did catch Manny a little bit off balance, and that's why it seemed to be more damaging than it was.
Already, though, he's moving a lot more than he did against Ugas some 4 years ago, in which he said he was getting leg massages 3 times a day. He cramped up in that fight. Since then, they've switched course. Massages once a week, and he says he feels a lot younger because of that.
Yeah, no cramps here in this fight so far for Manny Pacquiao, moving a lot more. Feet movement, the quickness. But again, Barrios not yet throwing a lot of punches like Ugas did against Manny Pacquiao, and that gave Manny problems. And there it is. Every time that Barrios throws punches, he lands. He hurts Pacquiao.
That was a nice counter from Mario Barrios that Manny Pacquiao tried to get a couple of other shots in. And there's a leaping uppercut there from Mario Barrios, now establishing the jab against the veteran. Look, if he can get Manny Pacquiao walking backwards, that's the fight.
Yeah, you got to start getting the attention of Manny by doing that. The jab, push him back.
The jab is the key. That's the key to wear Manny down. Really pull out that gas tank.
Fight like the bigger fighter you are.
Another nice right uppercut also from Mario Barrios. Maybe not landing clean, but he's getting there and he's making Manny Pacquiao think before he commits.
Even though Barrios has had the upper hand for most of this round, you can still see him leery of the speed of that left-hand counter from Pacquiao.
See that straight left to the body from Manny Pacquiao. Let's not forget, beautiful left hand to the face from Manny.
That right cross from Barrios landed flush, however.
It's the back and forth between these two fighters. You can feel the tension and also the respect.
Like, if we're honest, we're all fans of Manny Pacquiao. It's a one-of-one athlete, and the way people love and remember him is also special. These fans came not to support, they believe that he can win ultimately. And you certainly saw that in the way the betting line changed as we got closer.
Yeah, no, you're right. And so far, Pacquiao showing some grits. He's showing some good shots, but again, the hard shots are landed by Barrios.
There's a quick darting Manny Pacquiao. As you see, our unofficial scorer, Larry Hazard, has the fight a draw now after 4 rounds, giving the champion the last 2.
Abner, do you get the feeling Barrios is showing too much respect, or is there enough of a threat coming back that this is how you have to break Pacquiao down?
I think that there's enough of a threat from Manny Pacquiao, aggression, the fast punches that has Barrios thinking. He's not, again, he does not want to make a mistake. So little by little, this is the 5th round. There's going to come a point, and we know Bob Santos, where he's going to tell him and he's going to urge him, okay, it's time to step it up. Act like the bigger guy and the younger guy. Push him back.
That's a nice left there from Manny Pacquiao, partially parried by Barrios, but you can see why he is leery of throwing that right hand until he has an opportunity. And he did say, I'm going to take him to deep waters. I want to see how much he has left, how those legs are cramping or not cramping past 6, 8, 10 rounds. I know I'm young. I know I'm 30 years old. I'm in my prime. He is not.
Barrios is starting to time that counter right hand perfectly after Pacquiao finishes his combination attempts.
Yeah, Pacquiao can't get that jab off his face from Barrios.
How about that overhand right counter? There's that stick once again. I mean, to be honest, Barrios can just jab his way to victory tonight if he wants to. I don't think that's the way it's going to play out, but he could.
I believe that's what Bob Santos told him. You could just jab, son. Keep jabbing, and every jab, there it is, it lands every time he throws it.
Abner, when Pacquiao lunges, he leaves himself square. That's a dangerous place to be.
I mean, I just got one word, Marquez. That's exactly what happened. Marquez timed him well. He went in with his hands down. Got him with the straight overhand left, right, and knocked him out.
It's the last time Pacquiao's been knocked down in his career, and that was 2012.
Good quick hands from Manny Pacquiao to close out the 5th round of this fight. And you see the crowd, that's just not part of the repertoire.
No, and even when he's throwing 3-punch combinations, he's finishing with his hands down a little bit off balance, which is something we're not used to seeing in a Pacquiao fight.
Yeah, no, of course not. But, you know, being smart, Pacquiao, he doesn't want to gas out, leave everything in one round. So whenever he sees an opportunity, he lets those hands go. 3, 4 punches, but not the 6, 7 combinations. And then the side steps that we were used to seeing from Manny Pacquiao.
That's a big part of it, the footwork to exit. That's why he looks so, let's just say it, old against Ugas. And that was a much younger version of Pacquiao.
Nice body shot there with the left from Manny Pacquiao to the solar plexus of Mario Barrios.
He's got to keep working that body shot, Manny Pacquiao. Let's not forget that last time Barrios fought a softball, it was against Tank Davis, and Tank Davis knocked him down with that body shot.
Oh, nice jab from Barrios. That was stiff and right in the face of Manny Pacquiao.
And that's what Bob Santos wants from him. We heard him say that, and don't forget, Santos, an accomplished trainer, he's been in many Pacquiao camps in the past as an assistant, helping out. He knows Pacquiao, and that played a big role in their preparation.
Just listen to that crowd.
They're enjoying this.
The counter shots there from Barrios, flush to the chin.
Pacquiao, it's not how many punches or the speed. It's the right punches that you need to throw. Body shots, straight left, jab. Wait for the right moment. But don't go in flurries like you used to, because again, you're leaving yourself exposed.
Barrios, a 16-punch connect advantage through the first 6 rounds, and here's Pacquiao darting in. Barrios not making him pay.
Yeah, it was right there too.
And he uses his shoulder there to get Manny Pacquiao off of him.
And you wonder how many of these surges is Pacquiao going to have each round as this fight goes on.
Nice right left uppercut. And you can see how Pacquiao talks to Barrios, and that's why it was so important when Bob Santos says, do not allow him to referee this fight. You know what? Morales told me, he would say break, break, break.
Oh, Manny Pacquiao would say that?
Yeah.
And the muscle memory right there, you were just, okay, I'll break.
Yeah. Nice stiff jab there from Mario Barrios. That's a jab. A darting shot from Manny Pacquiao.
Lead left hand, not much power on it, but it caught Barrios, not ready for it.
This was some really good work for Pacquiao, but that wasn't really close for Barrios.
Some success, and he's had forgettable nights as well. Joe Goossen at the midway point of this fight. What do you perceive?
Well, let me give you the score first. What I think. I think Manny won the first 2 rounds. I thought Barrios won the next 3. And I think the last one, maybe Pacquiao eked it out with that combination at the end of the round. Okay, it's all beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But that being said, look, Manny's hanging tough for a 46-year-old right now. He's in this fight. He hasn't really gotten hurt. His balance isn't beautiful anymore. But he's still, his legs are still lively, like right there. So that's a good combination he threw there. It's going to impress the judges. It just impressed me. There's 2 of them. Now Barrios has got to get those back, or else Manny's on top by 2 combinations. So, it's an ebb and flow right now. But look, Manny at 46 years old, it's pretty unbelievable right now. And Barrios, of course, he's going to probably get better in the second half of this fight, but we'll see.
That's the expectation. Thank you very much, Joe.
You're welcome.
But Barrios will have to get to his average of 20 power punches thrown per round, because through 6 rounds, he hasn't topped 19 power punches thrown in a single round.
There were some good surges there from Pacquiao. Right hook, but Freddie Roach telling him in the corner, we need 5-6 punch combinations. He said, this fight could be over. You got to be careful balancing that gas tank if you're Pacquiao on the flip side.
And you saw that counter left after, how effective it was for him.
That was really effective. You see what Pacquiao's doing. He's moving to his right now.
Explain why that's so important.
So he's moving to his right. He's taking that right away from Barrios. Every time he steps to the right, there's no right that Barrios can land, because his whole body is in a different angle. Really smart from Manny Pacquiao, double jabbing, turning to the right.
But he can't land the jab, though, from there.
Yeah, but the left is there for Manny.
This really is, as Joe said, remarkable that we're seeing Pacquiao at this age, after this layoff, almost fighting on even terms here with Barrios.
Oh, what a nice right from Barrios, but the answer from Manny Pacquiao. If they are in the center of the ring, Manny Pacquiao on the inside can do damage.
GM Grand Garden Arena
now Barrios
here in
is
Las
letting
Vegas,
Pacquiao lead him first. Get in first, take the initiative, get the jab going. Remember, Barrios' jab was effective and had Pacquiao off balance.
But now he's allowed the crowd to get into this fight as well. And it's a pro-Manny Pacquiao fight inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Barrios keeping his nerve, keeping his cool, but at some point he needs to do that and establish himself. Abner Mares, combat sports specialist Brian Campbell, the Hall of Famers Jim Gray, Joe Goossen, and our very own host Brian Custer on the call today. Nice straight left from Manny Pacquiao. He's finding spots for his quick shots here.
The timing is absolutely beautiful here.
I'm impressed. A 46-year-old man, the timing's there. I mean, he talked about it. He said it. The training camp was good. Everything was working perfectly, and we're seeing it right now. The fight really close, as we're seeing 66-67 in favor of Manny Pacquiao.
That's Larry Hazard's unofficial scorecard. And look, he may look like a 40-year-old, but he's not that 40-year-old we saw against Jordanis Ugaza. He's nothing near a 46-year-old through 8 rounds tonight.
I think some of that is Pacquiao. Look, he's a busy politician.
From Barrios.
Sure, and Pacquiao, he's busy in politics, philanthropy. If he's unfocused, if he's not putting in the work, sometimes you get a different Pacquiao. I think that's what we saw in the loss to Jeff Ward in 2017. But look what happened when he came back 2 years later. Looked completely different. And going through Broner and Thurman.
Yeah, listen, there was that question. Even Barrios had, why did Manny Pacquiao choose me? Why me? Am I the weakest link? Well, I'm going to give you a simple answer. I think that Barrios waits too much. He takes his sweet time, and he's giving Pacquiao these opportunities to go in with the flurries, take his time. He does not put the pressure for this older man. So that is the answer. If Barrios was able to pressure and throw a lot more punches like Ugas did, it would be a whole different story.
And that's a temperament issue with Mario Barrios. It's not the new against Pacquiao. It's been his MO.
You can't give Pacquiao an inch here. He'll take a lot more.
Look at that. He's giving you enough space, time to think, Barrios. And Pacquiao, he's taking it. He's taking a breather. He's relaxing, and boom. Lets his punches go.
That's a nice right hand. The left hand was partially blocked by Barrios, who's been very responsible defensively tonight. Made very few mistakes.
Remember what Pacquiao revealed this week? He didn't pick Barrios. His wife Jinky did. Watching Barrios' last fight, the draw with Abel Ramos, saying, I think you can beat that guy.
Well, so far it's looking that way. This is a close fight.
Unbelievable that we're here at this point in his career. Unbelievable that Manny's still here at this point in this fight.
And he's competitive and taking the lead in round number 8 as a 10-second clap sounds, and Manny Pacquiao, just like old times, getting the crowd on their feet.
Big crowd for Manny
To say, you have what it takes. Abner, it's usually the wife who tells you the true version of who you are at your best and at your worst.
You're so honest. He will tell you the truth. And if Jinky said to Manny Pacquiao, you got what it takes to beat Barrios, well, guess what? He's proving it tonight.
You do wonder, though, is there a little fool's gold in there? That was a down performance from Barrios in his own opinion. He said he was ill during training camp. He was more focused on making weight, and he definitely faded down the second half. He's got to prove tonight that he is that younger fighter in command in the championship rounds.
And so far, through 8 rounds, at the beginning of round number 9, stamina not an issue for Manny Pacquiao. It was, how will his legs look? Will he still have that spring in his step? And so far, Abner, you have a better eye for this. What are you seeing?
I'm seeing a really focused Manny Pacquiao, an energized Manny Pacquiao. This is the 9th round. He's throwing a lot of punches. He's moving a lot. And it almost looked like this is the younger guy. He's a 46-year-old man. He's moving and doing a lot more than Barrios.
Look, only Pacquiao knows how much is truly left in the tank. What you wonder is the combination of this crowd and the passion Pacquiao has for this sport. Is that enough to lift him to victory?
I think so.
Look, I just saw Barrios had a really good body shot counter, but it's just the numbers are adding up for Manny Pacquiao here in the last 4 rounds. It's just he's running numbers on Barrios, and he's just not finding answers.
To answer your question, Brian, yes, you feed off the energy of the people, and that's what Manny Pacquiao is known for. The crowd, they love Manny Pacquiao. They know he can't do it, and I'm a believer right now.
And they may not be 6-punch flurries, but they are 3- and 4-punch combinations from the Pac-Man.
And it's enough to give Barrios doubt. It's enough to discipline him just enough to prevent him from letting go those combinations, including that straight right hand.
And more importantly, it's enough for the judges to believe what they're seeing in the ring with their own eyes.
But for Barrios, when you start thinking, come on, I'm the younger guy, I'm stronger, I'm bigger, I gotta start pushing this old man back. It's not there yet.
Look, there's 35 seconds left in this 9th round, and right before he started this 9th round, Bob Santos told Mario Barrios, do not allow him to steal rounds from you, because this happens. The crowd gets going, and Manny gets going. Let's see what kind of response Barrios has.
I'll tell you one thing, the jab is gone. There it is, right on cue. The jab is totally gone from Barrios. That's what was dictating the fight in the beginning.
And that allows Pacquiao to get close to land these shots.
Thomas Taylor is all like, I'm taking it. If you guys can't fix it, I'm fixing it.
One time around.
All of this will just benefit Pacquiao. I mean, Barrios as well, but this is what Pacquiao needs.
He's using all the tricks of the book right now, Manny. You have to.
And let's see how Thomas Taylor reacts to that cheekiness in the corner of Manny Pacquiao, because he doesn't play any games. Nice flurry there from Mario Barrios. The instructions from Bob Santos is to come out and dominate these last 3 rounds. These are the championship rounds. And our unofficial scorer, Larry Hazard, has Manny Pacquiao up 87-84. So Barrios needs all the last 3 rounds just to get a draw. What's your scorecard look like, Brian?
I have it 5 rounds to 4 in favor of Manny Pacquiao. And you gotta wonder how many close rounds, just by that explosion of the crowd, are gonna lean Manny's way.
We've talked about the sentimental payment. These judges are human. They know what they're experiencing. They know what they're living. And that's the difficulty of separating yourself. And that's why Barrios has to do exactly what he did there. Throw flurries, connect, and push Pacquiao back.
The opportunity's there. We talked about every time that Pacquiao throws him the combination, he leaves himself open. Barrios does not execute. He does not let the right hand go. There it is, the jab. He's got to get it going again. Get the rhythm, get the momentum.
Look, it's one thing if you're 46 and you're only relying on power to stay relevant. Pacquiao is outthinking and outperforming Barrios up to this point.
To the point that Pacquiao has outlanded Barrios in 3 of the last 4 rounds. He's 16 years older than Mario Barrios. And you know what? He turned pro 4 months before Barrios was born. Won his first world title when Barrios was 3. Beat Barrera in San Antonio, Barrios' hometown, when he was 8 years old. But you know what? We talked about it. If anybody can defy Father Time, if anybody could say, I could care less what your doubts are, I believe in myself, and God is in my corner, it's Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao is improving as much that age is just a number. I think he's proving that he is a true one-of-one with this performance so far.
He is definitely one-of-one with using all the tricks, all the experience, blocking those shots and counter-punching effectively. Speaking of Manny Pacquiao, beautiful body shot. And he's still on his toes. 10th round, and Manny Pacquiao is so elusive still with this footwork.
Shades of Sugar Ray Leonard over Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Still a lot of boxing to go here. We've got 6 minutes and 20 seconds left for history to be made. And it's still up in the balance. There's a lot of rounds that could have gone either way here. So neither can feel like I've got this fight in the bank. The championship rounds will be crucial here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. And what a privilege it is to call Manny Pacquiao's return. 16th fight in this building. And this man knows that the judges have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, definitely do.
And this is Barrios, this is Barrios' moment to listen to his corner and his trainer Bob Santos and let respect go out the window and let your hands go.
Really important 3 rounds for both sides. Really close fight, really close rounds. Manny Pacquiao doing exactly what he needs to do, but then again, Barrios.
That's the best combination we've seen from Mario Barrios as Pacquiao touches his gloves.
And that is there all the time. Every time that Manny Pacquiao takes that first step in, he's got his guard open. Barrios has got to take the advantage and let those hands go.
Like that. He spits the guard with the jab. And now what do you do behind it? A left hook, a triple left hook from Mario Barrios.
This is exactly what you need to do when you're the younger, taller, bigger fighter.
Simple as that. Manny Pacquiao took a step back, he said something, and he stopped the momentum of Barrios.
That was a short right hook from Manny Pacquiao. Now he's starting to dart in. That's good for him, but it also creates openings for Mario Barrios, like that one, with the left hook and the right downstairs.
That was a good body shot.
Give and take action here in round 11.
There's that lead right from Mario Barrios, switching things up, and now he's got Pacquiao on the back foot.
No matter how this fight ends, this is the 11th round, and to be seen Manny Pacquiao, the 46-year-old legend, champion, people's champion, fighting the way he is, oh my God, my ultimate respect.
Look, you came back after a 4-year layoff, and what did that feel compared to what you're seeing in the ring tonight?
Nothing compared to what I did when I came back for 4 years. After 4 years, I was missing a lot of timing, and I'm not seeing any of that with Manny Pacquiao.
Another right hand from Manny Pacquiao, a two-punch combination following up.
This is where he has the position to potentially steal a round. I've loved the work of Barrios up to this point.
Well, see, Barrios, once he has something going for him, he's landing shots, all of a sudden he stops.
There's a nice lead left on the jab from Mario Barrios, and that's what he did. He quieted the crowd just as they were getting going. That's the one thing he's done the last 3 rounds, is quiet the crowd just as they're crescendoing. There's a nice straight left from Manny Pacquiao.
Someone's got to steal the round.
Nice jab from Mario Barrios. Held his ground in round number 11. This Pacquiao win a world title at age 46. The first Hall of Famer to come back and do it, or will Mario Barrios send everybody home sad that the 46-year-old was in control until the championship rounds?
See, if you're Mario Barrios, why are you starting the round like this? You gotta push Manny Pacquiao back. This is the last round. You're the younger fighter. You got more in you, so I believe or think, but he's not showing any signs of it.
He's already proved his point, did Pacquiao win or lose. The point that he's not yet done with boxing, and he also added on, I'm different than every other fighter. Boy, is he.
74-69 power punch land advantage, and there's 75 from Manny Pacquiao. That's straight left. It's going to be about experience. It's going to be about hunger. It's going to be about desire. It's going to be about feeding off the crowd. It's going to be about who wants to win tonight.
And so far, I'm seeing Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's the one that's dictating right now. Oh, even though Barrios came back with that.
And that was good angles from Mario Barrios. And once again, the lead right. This is what Barrios needs to do.
Pacquiao tries his best to answer. Really, both of them have done a great job. Whenever the other fighter lands a big combination, they come right back. I wanted to say Pacquiao looks tired, he looks weary. Every time I think that, he surges back with a 3-punch combination.
But this rhythm of fight, it benefits Pacquiao right now.
Yeah, but why is Barrios allowing that rhythm of fight?
Yeah, no clue. I mean, the coach has told him already, Bob Santos, you gotta push. This is your last round. It's gonna change your life last round, but we're not seeing that from Barrios.
Nice defense there from Manny Pacquiao.
Absolutely. The bigger question soon might be, how will this win change Pacquiao's legacy if it happens here, as we're pretty even in this final round.
Good flurry there from Mario Barrios. What answer